Peace and welcome to our top 10 Miki Higashino themes. You may have heard her music before in games such as Suikoden, Gradius, or Life Force, just to name a few. Guidelines are on screen if you're interested, and with that out of the way, let's get this started. Our first up today at number 10, we have Geno Suo Gaiden, Volume 2, Crystal Valley no Ketto. A Japanese game released for the PlayStation 1 in spring of 2001, a spin-off to the popular Suikoden series. Theme that starts out really smooth, I enjoy the digital feel. The vocals on the track give off a traditional Japanese feel which when combined with the beat, gives almost an eerie vibe. It's a very unique theme overall, and to me, that's one of the reasons it's so memorable. In at number 9, we have the Sega Genesis version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Tournament Fighters, the theme of Donatello's stage. Tournament Fighters was released on the Sega Genesis on September 4th of 1993. And out of all of the ports, I think this version is the standout soundtrack. It's really easy to tell this comes from a Genesis. It doesn't have a lot of twang, and that's always a good thing when it comes to that Yamaha chip. The bass line is what really did it for me. That, with the rest of the theme, really blend well together. Our number 8 position is held by Suikoden, the theme of sadness, the guitar version. A game that really needs no introduction. Her music in this series is what she's really known for, and it all started with this game. Released on December 15th of 1995 for the Sony PlayStation, this theme has a slow tempo, but I still really enjoy it, especially the acoustic guitar. This is a pretty high contrast compared to the first few themes on our list, one a chiptune and one with a very digital feel. This one comes off more natural. Lucky number 7 comes from Knightmare, Mahjou Densetsu. First released in Japan on March 29th of 1986 for the MSX. It's an old school chiptune, and I like everything about it. Theme that gives me the sense of adventure. It would fit perfect for many types of games. I could easily see this being used in an RPG. Knightmare is a vertical scrolling shmup, and it takes place in a medieval setting. I think that's a good combination for this theme, because that's almost exactly what I think of when I hear it. In at number 6 we have Vandal Hearts. The theme, Bygone Days 1, Lena's Annihilation. Released first on the PlayStation in Japan of October 25th of 1996. Developed and published by Konami. You can also find a later release on the Sega Saturn. I think the 90s is when Miki Higashino really found her groove. 11 of her 23 overall released soundtracks come from the 90s. This theme has a very relaxing feel. It's something Miki Higashino really excels at. Our number 5 spot is a theme from Suikoden 2, titled A Peaceful Mountain Village. First released on the PlayStation in Japan on December 17th, and of course it's from the 90s, 1998. You probably shouldn't be shocked with the dates. She was on fire in the 90s. The title, A Peaceful Mountain Village, really fits the theme. It's one of the most peaceful pieces of music that I've ever heard. I'm sure if you played this one for someone who didn't know what it was, one of the last things they would think is that it comes from a video game. The only thing holding this one back is the birds chirping. However, it's not that big of a deal, and I still enjoy the track. Unlucky number 4 comes from 10,000 Bullets, a theme titled The Maximum High Speed. "10,000 Bullets" is also known as Farewell to the Moonlit Night. This game was released in 2005 for the PlayStation 2. A theme that makes me think of Cowboy Bebop, and that's never a bad thing. I really enjoy the jazz feel, and when you play a game like 10,000 Bullets, this just seems to fit. This was a really difficult one to leave out of the top 3, but our top 3 were just that good. In our bronze position today, we have one from Geno Suo Gaiden Volume 1, Harmonia no Kenshi, Imprisoned Town. A theme that first appeared in Suikoden 2, however this is a new arrangement by John Oath, and it sounds even smoother than before. The natural feel of the flute really does it for me. It gives off that Renaissance type of feel. That, combined with the rest of the theme, it's a perfect fit for a game with knights and swords. Released on September 21st of 2000 for the PS1, it's not the 90s, however the original composition does come from a game that was released in 1998. We just found a mini loophole. In our silver position, we have the classic, Life Force, aka Salamander, the Stage 1 theme titled Power of Anger. First released in arcades in July of 1986, this theme is almost 40 years old and it's just as good now as it was then. An outstanding theme that really hits the mark. Its upbeat and fast pace fits well with the space shmup. I first heard this theme on the NES, so that's the version I'm most familiar with. That one isn't arranged by Miki, but it still uses her original composition, and I think it's at least worth a mention. And before we reach number 1, we have a few honorable mentions. Our top spot today comes from another classic, Gradius, aka Nemesis, the Stage 1 theme titled Beginning of the History. First released in arcades in May of 1985, and then countless consoles since then, including the newly released Gradius Origins, which has a few of the games and themes from our list today. Another version, similar to Life Force, comes from the NES. The NES version of Gradius was released in North America in December of 1986. It was the first NES game to be released by Konami in the region. It's definitely worth a mention. One of my favorite versions of this theme comes from the Gradius Deluxe Pack from 1996. You can find it used as the staff roll music. Up next is our top 10 video game themes with lyrics. And I don't mean licensed pop songs, but I mean ones that were created for the game, and they just happen to have lyrics. If you have any submissions, let us know in the comments. And of course, last but never ever least, shout out to Golden Tier patrons Bearsona, Quantom X, MJJ, FancyJ, and Shadow Juste. I am ICC. Thanks for watching. Peace.